Hey guys, welcome to our first official vlog, I guess, with video and whatnot. Um, so we're counting this one as our first official one. So if you did happen to see the one where we walked into the house together for the first time, that was on Facebook Live. This is the first one of us being moved in and into this home and starting the journey of this whole missionary pilot thing. It's been exciting so far. I've had a few things that have come up that were kind of interesting that has happened outside of almost breaking my fingers. Interesting story. I'll tell you that one in a minute. So so my first week so far for me specifically, we got here on Friday and what was the date? Friday.
30th.
Friday
29th.
Friday the June 29th, we got here and started unpacking and had orientation on Sunday night and the commencement service and everything, and that was actually pretty fun. A lot of food, fellowship with some people, got to meet a lot of new students to the college and everything. And then my classes technically started immediately Monday, the next morning. So Monday morning was chapel. And kind of how my schedule is going to go for the next 3 months is like this. Monday morning is chapel for me. It's 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday. And Monday afternoon is when I get to come home and do all of my homework from the previous week because I have nothing else that day on Monday. With the exception of possibly going to the hangar and doing some volunteer work there. I'm required to do hangar volunteer work. Throughout the semesters and throughout college. Tuesdays is my heavy day. So Tuesdays, so all of you guys who were on staff with me, Ian, Michael, Justin, Kyle, Brenda, Shay, all you guys, and Ken, Bradley, I'm not forgetting you. Brian Spicer, I'm going to forget somebody. Nancy. So Tuesdays is still a day. Suzanne, don't forget about Suzanne. Yes. No, I love all you guys. Tuesdays is still my day to meet with a bunch of people and do stuff. So Tuesdays is like staff meeting. Not quite as fun though. It's 9 hours worth of classroom material. We have from my class. I have a survey of the Old Testament, which is on Tuesday from 9 in the morning till noon. And then I have ground school from 1 o'clock to 4. And then I have hermeneutics, which is 6 o'clock in the evening till 9 in the evening. So that's pretty much my Tuesday. And I know you guys are like thrilled and bored to death with all this stuff right quick, but I want to give you guys an update on what life looks like for me right now. And then Wednesdays is aviation weather class. I get to study the weather like a meteorologist, which is interesting. And that's from 9 to noon. And then I have the rest of the week kind of no classroom, but there is always flight time and always hangar volunteer work that I have to do, plus studying and homework. And so far, homework's been time fulfilling, I guess is the best way to say that. Lots of classwork. I got some nice, cool guys that are in class with me. I've got the oldest guy in there by 20 years, so that's interesting. I feel like one of my kids is in the class with me. So other than that, Jocelyn, you've been what?
Unpacking and unpacking and some more unpacking with a side of unpacking.
And you're done with that, right?
No.
No, not even close.
No.
Why do we have so much junk? I saw man.
I know. As soon as I get everything unpacked, I think we're going to have quite a massive yard sale. So just trying to unpack, figuring where everything goes, because the majority of our furniture and storage at our other house was all built in, so we couldn't bring it with us. So we are in this holding pattern of really not knowing anything else. I can't unpack anything else right now because I don't know where it's going to go at the moment because we don't have an entertainment center. Hopefully that'll be rectified tomorrow. IKEA is 30 minutes from our house. Woo!
Yeah.
And so we're going to do that and then hit Aldi on the way back home because budget, and Aldi is downright amazing. So if you haven't shopped at an Aldi before, oh my goodness, you're missing out. The girls are going to go to Kenny's mom's next week, so I will have uninterrupted packing. Followed by, when they get back, it'll be followed by starting back school with them. They had an early summer because of our life was hijacked for a while, trying to figure out what things were going to look like and moving and all of that. And then I think that's it at the moment, other than some more unpacking probably.
Well, I would pick up the camera at this point and walk you around the entire house again to kind of show you what we've done, but I think that might cause some marital problems. So we're going to just stay where we are right now. This, what you see behind me and in the background, I will do this just for a second. Yeah. So this is the sort of the study, which is a converted garage and whatnot, with where my desk and everything is going to be for homework and everything. So that's just one area I can show you for right now. The rest of the house is pretty in a wreck, only because we don't know where to get rid of our boxes and stuff. So all the empty boxes that we've been unpacking are still in the house. So that's kind of a clutter.
About a quarter of them have been picked up though by somebody in need, which was good. But
still have a lot left. Yeah. And just that being said, real quick, you guys, if you're from our hometown, if you're from EBC, or if you're following on this blog, you may not know these people, but if you do, I want to give a little quick shout out to a couple of the guys who have been helping us out here. The caretakers of this home, we are in the parsonage of the United Methodist Church in Melrose, Florida. They've been extremely gracious to let us stay here for a pretty inexpensive price as far as monthly rent. And the two caretakers have been amazing, Mr. Richard Story and Mr. James Tucker. So if you happen to be watching this, guys, we just really appreciate you. I've told you before, I think, already. But they gave us a desk. They cleared out an entire little shed that's on the property here just so I could put some woodworking tools that I've kept and everything else. So they've been amazing. The church has been awesome. We will be attending a new church plant, actually. We're going to try a church plant that's been planted over here. It's called Cross Point Baptist. They're using another church's facility. Another church is letting them use their church, basically. But so Cross Point meets at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sundays, which is going to be interesting for me. I've never gone to church that late unless it was Sunday nights and leading small groups. And all that being said, I still feel a little weird turning into a normal church attender at this point instead of someone who leads. And I get to go to church for the service and then leave at this point, and that's kind of curious for us right now. But I'm pretty sure at some point I'll find a place to plug in, and I can't see ourselves not serving at a church anywhere.
Well, we are right now. Actually, we just mowed the grass for the church next door. Because I mean, we can't not do stuff. So
yeah, so we mowed our grass and we mowed the United Methodist Church grass as well. So it's not that big of a church. The United Methodist Church here that we're staying in the parsonage of. This church is over 150 years old. This church has been here for that long. It is. I encourage you to look it up on their website or look it up in Melrose, Florida. First United Methodist Church, Melrose, Florida. It was established in 1868. I think is what I read on the sign today.
This next month there'll be 150 years.
Yeah, there was. I mean, what an amazing thing to have a church and it's a really pretty church. It really is. Not huge. It's a small white church. It's got the 6 stained glass windows in it, like Little House on the Prairie type stuff. So other than that, guys, that's kind of our official first blog. We're hoping to get the other cameras set up and stuff. Maybe the video quality will get a little better. Right now we're using my laptop and trying to get some stuff done here. We're going to try our best to get a vlog like this, or maybe even some written stuff down on a blog weekly, but we'll see how it goes. We just love you guys so much. We thank you so much for the support that you're giving us already. We've been blown away just by that alone. And it's kind of humbling to know that you're trying to be a good steward of what people have provided for you and what God's provided. And so what we want to do is just try and keep you guys in the loop as to what's going on, and keep watching the blog, because eventually there'll be some shots of me flying. My first flight, actually, I know you guys are curious about that. So my first flight is in a simulator, and that will happen on Tuesday, and there might be some video coming of that. They want me to fly a simulator because if you wreck that, it's not that big a deal. So, anyway, the story about the broken fingers. Keep watching. That'll come later. All right, guys. We'll see you. Bye, guys. We love you guys.
Bye.